was mentioned that Iori and the others misunderstood that Aina was leaving school because she couldn't afford the tuition, so they came up with many solutions for her. However, they later found out that Aina was just going home for a short while and would return soon. On this day, Azusa and Iori were bored at the shop. It was the middle of summer, and both of them really wanted to go out and have fun but couldn't find the right opportunity. Just as they were feeling troubled, they unexpectedly learned from Nanake that there was a chance to go on a vacation to an uninhabited island. Naturally, they couldn't pass up such a great opportunity, and quickly gathered the required number of people for the trip. In addition to the diving club members, Iori also invited Ochiya, while Azusa brought along Kaya, who happened to be on vacation. When Koi saw his idol appear right in front of him, he was so excited that he even forgot to breathe. On the way to the uninhabited island, Oria unexpectedly learned that Iori and Chisa were dating. Chisa had thought that Oria, who had feelings for Iori, would be upset by this. However, to her surprise, Oria seemed very happy and kept asking Chisa what qualities she liked about Iori. This question really stumped Chisa, and after racking her brains, she barely managed to answer by saying that he knew addition and subtraction. So, everyone arrived at the uninhabited island. To avoid sleeping outdoors, they immediately started setting up tents. Seeing that Kohei had calmed down somewhat, Iori decided to take him to Great Kaya. After struggling with himself for a while, Kohei finally mustered up the courage to talk to his idol, only to find out that the girls had already gone into the tent to change into their swimsuits. Hearing the sounds of Azusa and Kaya playing around in the tent, Kohei's imagination ran wild again, and he passed out. After setting up the tents, the boys joined the girls on the beach, seeing Nana, Kaya, and Chisa in their swimsuits. Azusa remarked that the trip was definitely worth it. At that moment, Kohei noticed that Natsuki was nowhere to be seen and immediately went on high alert. Following Azusa's direction, Kohei found Kaya being hit on by someone and immediately rushed over to deal with the guy. Iori quickly went to check if the guy was still alive and was surprised to find that it was Kudo, the tennis club president they had had issues with before. Even more surprising to Iori was that Sakurako was also there. Initially, Iori had thought both groups would go their separate ways without interfering with each other. But when Sakurako's friends saw the handsome Odiya and the muscular Takirai and Kotobuki, they were too excited to leave. Kudo suggested that they all hang out together and promised not to make a move on Iori's girlfriend. Sakurako was very surprised to learn that Chisa was actually Iori's girlfriend. Ultimately, considering everyone's feelings, Takire declined Kudo's invitation. That evening, after enjoying a delicious meal, everyone suggested playing some games. Strangely, Chisa, who usually showed no interest in such activities, actively participated this time. Not only that, but even when faced with various embarrassing punishment games, she cooperated fully. It turned out that earlier on the beach, Sakurako had noticed Chisa always keeping her distance from the group. She thought someone with Chisa's personality was unsuitable for serving customers at a diving shop. To prove that she could be an excellent instructor like Nanake, Chisa forced herself to complete all the punishment games. Noticing that something was off with Chisa, everyone asked if anything was wrong. Chisa claimed she was just happy to be at the beach and ran toward the water, only to accidentally trip and get her clothes wet. She had to return to the campsite to change. Unexpectedly, Iori accidentally walked in on Satsai in a state of undress. After thanking Chisa for the hospitality, Iori immediately ran out to avoid being killed to silence him. After running for a while, Iori noticed that Chisa, who had been chasing him, had gone quiet, thinking she might have fallen down the slope. He rushed back, only to find that it was actually Kudo, the tennis club president again. What other interesting things will happen on Iori's uninhabited island adventure? Follow my channel for the grand finale of Grand Blue at the same time next week.